Second chances for criminals, but not for victims. Dedicated to my son, Dr. KENLEY Raney, and Stephanie, the beloved daughter of my friend Debbie, both taken by drunk drivers who already had their second chances, third chances. You were more than victims. You were light, hope, and love. You had dreams, you had futures, and you deserved a justice system that valued your lives more than an offender's excuses. Every word in this series carries your names, and every mother watching who still waits for justice will know you are not forgotten. Hello, everyone. I'm Sarah Raney, the mother of KENLEY Raney, and welcome to DUI Shadows Lives. What you're about to hear isn't political, it's personal. I'm a mother who lost her only child to a repeat drunk driver. Deflecting justice. On October 7, 2025, the Senate Judiciary Committee held a hearing to question key officials about how our justice system is working or failing. One of those called to testify was our Attorney General, Pam Bondi. Both Republican and Democratic senators were there and asked her direct series of questions about accountability. Questions that demanded real answers. But instead of answering, she deflected. She talked about second chances for criminals, more halfway houses, more phone time for inmates to speak with their families, anything to avoid real accountability. And that moment told me everything I needed to know about where the justice system's priorities have gone. This isn't about parties or politics. It's about justice, truth, and every family that no longer has a voice. Too many people only listen to their favorite news voice, but you can edit anything to fit an opinion. I don't do sound bites. I watch Congress and the House and the judiciary hearings. Comfort for criminals, silence for victims. While she spoke about compassion for offenders, not once did she mention the families who will never get another phone call again. My son KENLEY was killed by a repeat drunk driver. KENLEY doesn't have a home or a future, or a family waiting for him. He has a grave at the Southern Nevada Veterans Memorial Cemetery. While KENLEY was serving his country and working through medical school, Dennis was being arrested again and again. How many times does he get? One time, he was arrested with a baseball bat. I still don't even know why he had it, but he was arrested, so I presume he was up to no good. At another time, he beat up a woman. I assume someone he was dating, perhaps even the mother of his children. And what did he get for that? Probation. No jail. Just 14 months of anger management classes. I've lost track of the chances already on this guy. Those classes ended September 2018. 4 months later, on January 25th, 2019, he killed my son. If he was on probation, he should have never been drinking. And if he hadn't drank for 14 months, let's face it, he wouldn't have been drunk that night. He should have been tested. He should have had an ankle bracelet on or another scram device, something to monitor his alcohol use. But he didn't. The excuse is probably that there aren't enough probation officers. At least that is what I was told. Just like no one stopped him, Dennis, when he disappeared twice while out on bond for KENLEY'S murder. Yes, murder. Not an accident, not a crash. Murder. And then I hear people say, everyone deserves a second chance. What a joke. My son didn't get a second chance. Stephanie didn't get a second chance. Dennis already had so many chances. Every single one cost someone else their peace, their safety, and in my son's case, his life and my life. That's how the system failed us. It failed KENLEY. It failed every victim who believes justice means accountability. Dennis is now in prison. He almost didn't make it there. He almost got a plea deal to get out, go on probation. But he's up for parole in December 2026. And I'll say this as a mother who's lived it. If he is released, I believe he will kill again. And that's what the NTSB board statistics say also. Because he's been given every chance and every time. He's proven what he'll do with it. He knows how to twist the laws, the system, how to vanish, how to play it. And if he gets out, he won't change. He'll just destroy someone else's life. Just like he did my son's. And yes, I have the documents to prove every word I'm saying. When Pam Bondi, our Attorney General, looked at the Judiciary Committee panel and said, "We believe in second chances for criminals," I had to stop and ask, who is we? Because in that room, Democrats and Republicans were asking real questions about accountability, not excuses. Maybe that we meant the insiders, the ones who protect each other and hand out compassion to offenders like candy. It sure didn't include families like mine, the ones who bury their children and never see real justice. Just excuses and speeches. But what about us? What about KENLEY? What about Stephanie, my friend Debbie's daughter? Also killed by someone who had already taken a life 7 months prior to that and was never arrested, was allowed to roam free. Actually, he went on a ski trip. This is a truth we've lived with. Victims don't get second chances. Maybe that we meant the political class, the comfortable ones who talk about rehabilitation, while victims fight to be heard. But that we has never meant us. That's why I'm here. Because victims deserve to know exactly who this mysterious we really represents. And it's not us. The mama bear's voice. This isn't just about Pam Bondi. It's about what's happening when our leaders start showing more empathy for offenders more than people that they've destroyed. Always remember, the criminal gets all the rights and victims are left holding the bag. It's about families who live the consequences while politicians argue about second chances. What a joke. What a joke. Second chances? I've lost count of how many chances Dennis has gotten. I'm not against healing or redemption, but where's that same compassion for the victims like me? I have a life sentence. I lost everything that night. The Dennis come speeding down the road and killed my baby. Mothers and fathers who live in silence because their children's killers got another chance to walk free. Now, if they live in the same town, the same city, what could possibly happen if they were to meet up somewhere unexpectedly? Think about that a little bit. What could possibly happen? You could lose other children. If you believe in a justice system that protects victims before offenders, subscribe. Share this video and help me keep the truth alive, because silence doesn't heal. It hides. And I will never be silent again. Our reality versus their reform. They say they're rehabilitating offenders. Second chances and programs to help them even before their trials. We get caskets, broken hearts, and the uphill battle to be heard in court. We are the ones serving life, the life sentence of grief, silence, and exclusion. So if you want to talk about reform, start by reforming how victims are treated. Because until that happens, justice isn't justice, it's convenience. Kenley deserved better. Stephanie deserved better. And every victim who can't speak deserves someone who will. This is DUI Shatters Lives. Share this. Speak their names. And if you've lived this pain, you already know we don't move on. We move forward together. Please subscribe